Embodied, weil Gott mehr mit deinen Zehen zu tun hat, als du denkst.
You might have been sitting on a chair at a desk for 8 hours or more today, and now your back, your spine doesn't feel very comfortable, or you yourself feel a bit grumpy, like, it's not such a good feeling to be in this body. So in this short little video, in this short practice together, I want to show you how easy and like not special at all it is to get some movement, get some yoga practice in your everyday life. And you don't need a lot of space. You can see I'm at my desk. I chose to take off my shoes just because I'm much more comfortable like that. But you can keep your shoes on, and also you don't need special yoga clothing or whatever. So whenever you're at your desk and you feel, oh, now would be a good time to get a little bit more grounded, get a little bit more space for yourself, this is what you can do. And I want to start with standing up. You might want to move your chair to the side. And as you're standing, just take 1 second, or maybe 2 or 3, to notice your feet on the floor. Like, what can you notice there? Do you feel your shoes? Yeah, like holding your feet, or your socks, or the carpet underneath you, the flooring. Maybe you want to wiggle your toes, depending on how much room you have in your shoes. Okay, now. And then just start by shaking your legs, sort of shaking that long day at the desk out, your hands, your arms, as much as is comfortable for you, because maybe you don't want to shake too much in front of your colleagues. If you're brave, add your face, but you don't need to, of course, just to get a little bit of movement in all of the cells of your body. And then take back your chair, sit back down. And you can come sitting on the edge of your chair. Ground your feet once more, let them spread, let them be wide. And we're going to start by opening up the cervical spine. That's the spine in your neck. Especially when you look at a screen all day, like me, like this, you can feel it in your neck. So tuck your chin in, let the chin come towards your chest, and then gently move the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take the chin back towards your chest and let the left ear come towards the left shoulder. And you can make those movements as big or as small as feels useful to you right now. If you're used to using the breath, you might want to deepen your breath now and incorporate it into your movement, as in syncing your breath and movement. Right. And the next time your chin is towards your chest, stay here. You might want to round your back just a little bit. And you might notice how there's sensation all the way down your spine, from sitting at a computer, at a desk. Right. And then inhale, lift you back up. Let your arms fall to each side of your body. And then we're gonna do shoulder circles, but we're using some strength with it. So it's not just la 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 la, but we're gonna, with an inhale, we lift up the shoulders as high up towards the ears as possible. And then we're pushing the shoulder blades back and then down, and I'm using the muscles in my back and in my core to do so. And then push the shoulders forward, lifting them back up towards each other. It's as if I would want to pin a pen in between my shoulder blades. Okay, now back together, squeeze them, pull, push them down. Once more like this, forward, up, back, and down. Okay, now right. And let that movement go. With an inhale, reach up your right arm And see if you can get like your whole arm to be alive. Like the fingers don't just dangle here, they're alive too. So you're reaching up, you can keep the left hand where it is, and we start to make big movements with the arm circle. No, we start to make big arm circles with the right hand. But it's the right hand that is simply leading and the whole body is following, because you're not made of separate pieces that are put together, but it's one moving, breathing thing, your body, right? Okay, now, and then next time your right arm reaches up, maybe you want to lean towards the left side, hands, fingers still alive, without the shoulder blade creeping up towards your ear. You might want to look down so your neck doesn't get compromised. Left hand or arm extending. Let the neck be free. Maybe make a few circles with your jaw so that your face doesn't get tense. And breathe into the right side of your torso, your ribs. One more breath here. And then exhalation brings you back towards the middle. With an inhale, reach your right arm back, and it's as if you want to grab something here, and there is some resistance, and you're pulling it forward. Bend your elbow and bring the right elbow towards the left knee. With an inhale, reach back, and exhale, pull it towards you. We're using a little bit of core strength here, which also helps to stabilize your spine. Once more. And next time your right elbow is towards your left knee, stay here for a moment. And then take your right hand on the outside edge of your left thigh, the left hand behind you, or if you have armrests on your chair, you can grab those. And then with an inhale, lift up your sternum without overarching your low back. And twist your spine towards the left. And here again, you can use your breath to sort of go deeper into that movement to any degree that feels useful for you. Because this is your time to move, this is your practice, and you're the only one living in your body, so no one else can tell you what is useful. And you also don't need to compare to what I am demonstrating here. You sort of find your own expression of this pose. And then exhale brings you back towards the middle. Take both hands on your knees or your thighs and just take a second to maybe close your eyes and notice how different the left side feels from the right side. Whatever you can notice here is enough. Like, you can't get that wrong, even if you wanted to. Right. And then from here we're gonna repeat those movements on the other side, but first we're gonna do the neck movement once again, just because the neck gets so compromised during a long day at the office. So once again, tuck your chin towards your chest, move the left ear towards the left shoulder, roll back over the middle, and continue that movement to any degree that's useful for you and maybe in synchronicity to your breath. And you might want to let the jaw be open, let your mouth be open, just to let the face also be relaxed. We're holding a lot of tension in the face. You might want to pause somewhere that feels particularly useful, maybe with your chin towards one shoulder, and then you feel the whole line of musculature and tissue running from behind your ears, behind your ear down below the shoulder blade, and you might feel which hand you use to use the mouse. Okay, now, as you can feel that all the way down underneath your shoulder blade. And then with an inhale, lift back up. And next inhalation takes your left arm up and over towards the right. Once again, we're doing those big circles, leading with the arm, but actually the whole body is circling. And if you have a chair with rolls, you might need to be a bit cautious about not falling off of it. Which is fine, because that means your body needs deeper muscles to negotiate this balance. Right, again, once more like this, one more big circle. And then the next time your left arm reaches up and over, you may want to stay here for a couple of inhales and exhales. Look down towards the floor. Possibly extend your right arm. See if the left shoulder wants to come up to the left ear. Keep everything alive in your left hand, up until the fingertips. And use your breath to, as if you could inflate your rib cage, which anatomically doesn't work, but it's a good image to use. And then an exhale brings you back towards the middle. You keep your right hand on your right knee or thigh, your left hand reaches back, and once again, as if you would grab a rope or something back here, and you're pulling it forward towards the right knee. You're reaching back, opening your chest, and exhale round your spine and use the front of your core. Once again, reaching back. And the next time your left elbow is towards your right knee, stay here. Release the left hand onto the outside edge of your right thigh. Take the right hand behind you, and an inhalation lifts you up without overarching your lower back. Right, you might want to take the back of your right hand onto your low back, so just to check that it's not too much in a lordosis. Take one more inhale and exhale here. Turn back to the middle, take your hands on your knees and sort of hold on to your knees, and then arch your back as if you were a hissing cat. And with an inhale, you can make that really dramatic, that movement. Exaggerate it a bit. With an inhale, you lift up through the spine as if you would want to pull your tailbone away from the top of your head. Lifting up the sternum, feeling the muscles working in your back, and exhale round your spine. And you might hear some cracks if you move, so an inhale lifts you back up, and it's the muscles underneath your shoulder blades, the sides of your back, along your spine that are working here. One more time like this. And of course you can make it as dramatic and big or as small and still as you want to. Next time your sternum lifts up, stay here for a bit. Feel that front of your body opening, because as we're sitting all day, we sit like this. It's inevitable. So feel the front opening, and then an exhale, let it release. From here, we're gonna stand up and turn towards the chair. So you're moving your chair a bit back, and you need some space between the desk and your bum. And if you have rolls, once again, be careful so you don't fall. Take the hands to the outside edge of your chair seat and bend your knees as much as you want to. Walk your hands, no, it's your feet, back. And then let your head and your chest fall towards the floor. So this is what they call downward facing dog, but we're using the chair as assistant. You can let your head hang and tuck your chin in. Say yes a few times. No. Right. And feel that opening over the whole side of your body, like from your armpits down into your pelvis. And of course also the back of your thighs, your hamstrings. Take another breath here, and maybe you want to bend and straighten one leg after the other, or bent knees is just fine for you. Face jaw relax. One more breath here. And then over the course of an exhalation, bend your knees maybe even more. Take the hands towards the floor. And then with an inhale, or if they don't come to the floor, they just dangle there, that's fine. With an inhale, we start to roll up through the spine like a marionette. One vertebra after the other. The head comes last, and once you're almost upright, scoop your arms up. Bring the palms together. Let the shoulders fall back down once again. And then maybe take your palms in front of your chest and take another moment to notice what it feels like to be in this body now. Maybe there's a bit more spaciousness to be experienced. Maybe the spine feels a bit more fluid. Thank you for practicing with me today.
RefLab.